What is up, guys? We are over on World Flipper to take a look at the next of the half anniversary units. We're going to be taking a look at Olivia and Dark Direct Attack. This team is pretty much a giant upgrade from the Dark Direct Attack team that I was running before. I have a video buried down in my channel where I was running Dark Direct Attack with Carla as the lead, trying to make it do what this team is now doing, and it is just so much easier and more consistent with how Olivia functions. Olivia is going to be giving you attack and then increased attack while Pierce is active, so she's giving 40% off the bat to Dark units, and then you're going to be receiving 80% attack for Dark units while that Pierce is up. You're going to be getting a Dark unit attack up as they're added to the party, which goes hand in hand with one of the armaments that is on this team. You are going to be dealing 3 direct hits when she's in that main slot while Pierce is up, which helps fill up Xion, who is unisoned onto her to get more skill gauge, cause a skill disparity, which is good on this team. You want the skills to be separated. When the skills are all lined up on this team, it leads to the Pierce not being up for as long as it could potentially be. If you have Pierce in every single column, which this team does have, you are going to be able to stagger those skills. Those skills will come up, Pierce will be running. You have the Fist of Orcus, which is going to extend the time that Pierce is going to be up for and increase the attack. So a lot going on in this team, just consistently making it run smooth versus what we could do before in the past. What's so nice about this is, yes, you have Olivia giving you attack to all your team members per Dark unit on the team. This then translates over to the Arch-Accursed weapon, the Spear of Gluttony. 6 or more Dark units are in the party. You're going to be getting, while Pierce is active, 240% to direct hit damage for Dark units. You've got the Maltet on this team. The Maltet is going to be benefiting off of Pierce. It just all ties together so nicely. And the one fun thing that I did, I wanted to run Meryl on this team. Meryl is such a interesting unit that every time an opportunity comes to use Meryl now, that I've just thrown her on the team because it never seems to be that bad. Meryl gets this interesting bonus based on who's actually in the party with her. So when 2 or more male units are in the party, you're going to get 40% to direct hit damage for female units. And a key piece to this team, so Olivia and Carla. Olivia and Carla give huge bonuses for direct attack and just attack in general. So we are now going to be increasing those bonuses with this extra 40% to each of those female units, including Meryl herself. And then every time a male unit is added to the party, this unit's going to be getting 10% attack to itself. So we're giving it a 30% attack buff because we do have 3 male units in the back row. And then when Meryl is in that main slot, you're going to be getting 15% attack to her up to a maximum of 75. We're going to be getting 45% because we just have the 3. And then we're going to get an extra 15% direct hit damage to a max of 75. So we're getting an extra 45% to direct hit damage as well, based on the number of the male units. And then these bonuses coming from her ability 1 are going to be applied to all the female units. So it is a fun Dark Direct Attack unit because when Meryl activates her skill, she's going to be increasing everybody's attack. She's going to be increasing the direct damage hits on top of that. And then if there's a male character in the party, increase attack and direct hit damage on herself on top of that. So there's a lot going on with Meryl. She does provide the buff to your team, and since you have a male, she's also receiving that buff. So very fun little niche unit. I like running her on this team. I do. You got the Viren, who is going to be further extending the Pierce time that is running. You've got the Liam, who is going to be buffing the Carla. And the reason that these skills stack so smoothly, you have Carla, who is going to be giving herself that initial skill gauge buff. So if you look here, when the battle starts, you are going to be getting that 50% skill gauge to this unit. So you have Carla going, you have Xion and Olivia filling up, who are going to go second, then you have Meryl, Viren going third, and you kind of create this domino effect to keep the Pierce buff running. You have the Fist extending it. Carla is giving 120% extra to direct hit damage for Dark units while Pierce is up. So this is like a whole thing that all starts flowing together so nicely now that we have Olivia just giving those huge bonuses and having that attack up while Pierce is going. You're getting your buff to your Dark units, because not only is Olivia giving buffs to herself, she is also going to be giving buffs to the party. So her ability 2 is every 30 times a direct hit is dealt by herself, you're going to give an up to a 60% increase to attack for Dark units in general. So she's getting some big increases. She's helping the team out. She is granting Pierce to all allies. It is going to be nice. She also inflicts Mire, same as Cypher does for water. She inflicts Mire on foes, and she also reduces their attack. and it's just, this team is really solid. However, though this team may be really good, when you take this team versus the admin EX, the future godly admin difficulty we are going to get, it is kind of hard for this team to perform because the admin hit stays at the top. It doesn't move down into the map like how the golem boss moves, how Reggie himself moves down in. Admin stays at the top, so a Pierce team that moves around Pierces, it's very hard for the Pierce to stay up at the top and do a lot of hits. So this team I would not recommend taking into that future event. I'm going to do a video on teams to take into admin EX when the time comes, and Dark Direct Attack is definitely one that's going to struggle a little more than some other options that you have. So just wanted to make sure that I pointed that out. If you do not have all of the units on this team here, you can work with replacements. You can go the more budget route. You can switch the Viren for Adil. If we go ahead, grab Adil, throw him on the team, you can do something like this. You can have Falsh on the team if you'd like to kind of separate your skills. You can move Adil up maybe. You can move Xion to where Meryl is. You can take Meryl off the team completely if you don't have any investment in there. You can even use any unit that really talks about dark and direct attack. You even have one of my favorites still is No Shell. No Shell does give you that 40% direct attack on hit, and every time a direct hit is dealt, you're going to gain 4% attack to this unit to a maximum of 120%. So what's nice with Olivia is if you pair No Shell with Olivia, so if we rearrange the team to look like this, we throw him up there, we go ahead and grab No Shell, we still have a functioning team that is going to have enough skill disparity to still work. You can put another Orcus Fist under the Xion to get the dedicated Pierce running, and it just, this team works. You have this cool little mechanic of Nichelle over here getting the bonuses to attack when direct hits are dealt. You have Olivia getting the multi-hit buff while Pierce is active. The final piece to this, however, is if I remove everybody off this team and completely take away everyone except for the Carla and the Olivia. If you are missing these two units, and if you don't have the Maltet, you can switch it for like the Habakiri, you can switch it to the other dark weapons, you can make this team work, you can cycle it around, give yourself more Pierce, the budget variant. But what I'm trying to say is if you're missing all of this stuff, if I take away everything here, remove that, we can remove the Orcus Fist. If you are missing these two units, this team will suffer drastically. I used the Dark Direct Attack Carla team in a previous video that I mentioned earlier. It was okay, and it struggled. It did hit big numbers, but that was co-op, that was chain break damage. That is a totally different measured metric of numbers in this game, so can't really judge it off of that in terms of how consistently good that team is. So if you were missing these two units, I would have just avoid making this team. If you pulled Olivia and you have the Suptic still and you're like, man, I want to play Olivia, Suptic's Carla, it's good. If you don't want to do this team and you want to build toward admin EX, you could get Belsidia. It's just so many options here. I'd recommend weighing your options and seeing which team would work the best, but these two units are the definite key in my eyes. I really do think they make a world of difference when they're on the team together, the way that they shift skills, the way that they both up attack for dark, up direct attack damage. Get your skill disparities moving. It's good. Let me know down below if you've tried a dark direct attack team with Olivia, if you've been waiting to see this video. Let me know how you're using her or if what you're looking forward to building, and thank you guys again for stopping by, watching my videos. By the time you guys are watching this, it should be Sunday for me, so I will be back Monday covering the part 2 of the event for the box. I know it would have been going on for a few days now, but I still wanted to talk about the free-to-play unit that we're getting. So thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate you being here. Smack the sub button if you're new. Loads of World Flipper content to come. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.